What's up, everybody? We back again. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me so far. Everyone that's supported this and watched all my past videos. Again, it's not about me. It's just to bring clarity and enlightenment to the situation and expose how these people really traffic people. Real life, no joke. Y'all know I come with nothing but proof, nothing but facts, and this one ain't gonna be no different. In this video, we're gonna talk about how they attacked my company. Okay, this is after I started my company right before we went down to the magistrate for the first time. But in this video, I'm going to show y'all how they was already messing with me. You know what I'm saying? Before that. Now, if y'all watch my past videos, y'all know a girl named Leanne and her husband Tim are the ones that helped vandalize the Jeep. Okay. Now, we had our red car, this car right here, parked at Leanne's house before I fully knew what they were involved in. And then we went to go pick it up. Okay. Now I went to go pick this car up because I was giving it to my cousin. My cousin has it now still. I was giving it to my cousin because he was going to be the one to join me in this venture of mine of starting this trucking business. Okay. Now this is after the company I was working for got infiltrated, which I'm going to do a video on them soon, named Arcadia. And this was after Rent Ready got messed with, the first business I had started. Now we are talking about the trucking business. Okay. A really quick breakdown. Trucker business, we was moving furniture for Haynes. After a month of us being there, we ended up becoming the best team there, best customer service, best times. No matter how many stops we had and how many stops the other teams had, they could have 5 stops less than us. Me and my cousin was finishing first. With, less claims, all that type of stuff. Now I'm probably going to do this video in 2 parts because one part is how they vandalized my truck and the other part is how they was taking my money from me. They started a program when we first got there, where when we first got there, it wasn't like that before we got there, of where they take $100 out of your check a week and they store it away. And if you go to leave the company or something like that, they take whatever money you have saved up and they put that toward claims and stuff that you might have left over, and then you get the rest. What they actually was doing was taking $200 a week with no explanation. After I asked about it, and with no explanation, and then when I ended up leaving that company, I had about the cap was 5,000. So once you get the $5,000, they give you your money. They never gave me my money. They kept my $5,000 that I had that they took out of my check every week, and then they would be taking $1,700 out of my check. No explanation. I asked them, "What is it for?" They said it was for claims, but it wasn't because I have everything documented. $1,700 one week, $1,200 one week, $1,100 this week. What they was trying to do, like I said, was give me barely enough money to be able to make rent. Because again, my girl wasn't working at the time; I was the only one working, and they was just robbing me. I mean, like flat out robbing me, taking money out of my check that they did not work for. Again, we're not going to talk about that too much in this video, but y'all know by now that everything I post is 100% facts. I have no reason at all to lie about anything. I was just trying to do my job. I was trying to move on with my life and get away from these people. But as y'all know, they just followed me wherever I went. So as y'all know, they put from the last video that I did about them putting up the fence, okay? They put that fence up the same exact day that they had me swap the truck. Here's a picture of the fence again. Okay, they put that fence up in the driveway. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. And they asked me to come in to swap the truck on the exact same day that they put this fence up. That morning, I was scheduled to pick up a new truck, okay? Now, we started this company, before I get into that, we started this company on the weekend of July 24th. All right. Here's a quick video of me talking to my cousin, telling him that it was time to go, that we was ready to do everything. Insurance getting squared away, all that type of stuff. It's about that time, cuz though, I got the final steps getting squared away today with insurance and stuff. And that should go online today. Tomorrow I'm gonna pick up, what's tomorrow? Saturday I'm gonna pick up the truck and I'm gonna go pick up the kit and get it all together and stuff. So it's about the time, baby. So you can hear in that video, I was ready to go. Okay. That same day I sent him that video, which was also, I believe, the day that he came and picked up the car. Again, I'm gonna put the picture of the car there again. Okay. this happens right here. This car that I gave my cousin, the same exact car. This is how they do. Okay, the same exact car. Watch how this car pulls up in front of my house, sits there for a minute, just so I can see the car, and then drive off. Now I knew right there that they was telling me that they was gonna come for my business. You know what I mean? Because that's the type of stuff they did every single time. They just thought that I would get a reaction from me or something, and I gave them no reaction like I always do. Again, the whole goal is this was because they was in the middle of trafficking me, so they wanted me to rely on them completely. They wanted me to come to them when I needed money, come to them for opportunities. It was pretty much gatekeeping. It's like you're not going to be able to move on with your life unless you come through us. Okay? I told y'all Erickson was the main person behind this, one of them, at my church and some of my family. But because Eric was then lied and said they had me on contract, I told y'all about that before. They had me sign a contract that I was to stay working for them for like 3 years if they sent me to school. I told y'all that I was scheduled to go to start school to get the AC and stuff, to be to work on AC units. I go to the school, and the school tell me they never heard of me on the day I was supposed to start, but I had already signed the contract. So Erickson used that contract to claim that I was under contract, blah, blah, just trying to lie. Y'all know by now that they lies, right? For example, here's a picture of a truck, Erickson truck driving past my house. They did this all the time, okay? Now, Erickson had no reason to be even in my neighborhood. There was none of their houses was in that area. You know, they had no reason to be in my neighborhood. They just, this is what they did because they're like childish children. Anyway, here's a picture again of the day that that gate went up. Okay, check the date on when that gate went up. Okay, now I want you to check the date of when they sent me this text message and the time. Okay, same date. Now, as you can see, they sent me that message uh, before they put the fence up. Okay, they sent me that message about, I think it was 9 o'clock or something like that, telling me that the truck was ready. The truck is ready. Okay. Now, this is the message that they sent me the week before, telling me that they needed me to bring the truck in because it needed to be serviced. Okay. This is the week before. All right. So I'm like, okay. Now, the week before that, or 2 weeks before that, I had just taken that truck in for it to be fully serviced. Okay, so there was no need for y'all to tell me to come back to have it serviced again. Now here's that text message of me telling them I just got it serviced last week. The first half, when I said I'm going to send it shortly, that was them asking me for my mileage. I had to send them my mileage every week so they can bill me correctly. But you can see me saying I just got it serviced last week. I don't I don't know why you asked me to come in again to get it serviced, right? Now you can also see that she's telling me that the truck needs an oil change. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just came in to get serviced last week. That's what you do. You check the oil, you check all the fluids. That's what you're supposed to do when the truck comes in to get serviced. Okay. So I go in there and we grab the truck after we finish our route for that day. After we finished the route from the 17th, the day that she told me the truck was ready, the truck was ready. Okay. You keep that in mind. She said the truck was ready. And the day that they put the fence up. We go and get the truck that evening, okay, and then we pull up to the house. Like I said, y'all already know the truck wouldn't fit in the driveway. That whole situation, I don't need to go into that in this video. Now, during this time, something's off to me because I'm spending a lot of money in gas in this truck. Okay, Saturday comes around. I mean, the next day, the 18th comes around. This is how much money I spent in the truck that day. Okay, you can see I got a circle, right? I put $60 in the truck that day. Okay, now, um, that same day, she messages me and tells me that she's going to charge me $300 because I brought my old truck back, and she said that I brought it back on a quarter tank of gas instead of it being on a full tank when they gave it to me. Now this doesn't make sense to me because why are you charging me $300 for gas when I'm coming right back to pick up that truck? You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not returning the truck for you to let somebody else use it. You just gave me a loaner truck, so you shouldn't be charging me for gas in the truck that I'm coming to get. That's why I didn't put no gas in it, because I didn't see it to be a point. If it's only getting the oil change, that will take a couple of days, and I'll be right back to pick up the truck. Now, she actually sent that to me on the 19th, which was 2 days after I got the truck, right? You can see right here it says you brought it back on a quarter tank of gas, so we're going to charge you $240 something, right? Now, I didn't understand, right? It didn't make sense to me. Why would you be charging me $200 for a truck that I'm coming right back to pick up? It's like you're not giving me a brand new truck, you're just giving me a loaner truck. It's That's why I didn't put gas in it, because the oil change only take a couple of days. I come in and bring the truck in for a few days. You give me my same truck back, right? This is my response to her. I said it doesn't take that to fill up the truck, and it only needs an oil change. I didn't think that I needed to bring it back on that. Okay. Again, this is them trying to make me lose my mind this time, y'all, because you know they put the fence up, the saying that they have me switching this truck, and now they're trying to take money out of my pocket too. Okay, you're gonna see how much money they was actually trying to take from me. All right. Now you can look at the message after that. She said that I brought it back the quarter tank. Uh, they gave it to me at the 3/4 tank, right? Now at the time, like I said, I didn't want anybody to know that I knew anything, so I just played it off and said, no need to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm documenting everything. Just have a good day, right? All right. So then the very next day, I see this under my truck while I'm on stop. A stop. This is early in the morning. I got like 13 stops on my route that day, and I'm on stop 2 or 3. I look under the truck and I see this. The truck is dripping, literally dripping oil and gas, not just oil, but gas too, dripping from the bottom of my truck, which explains why I was putting so much gas into the truck. You know what I'm saying? It was literally dripping gas and oil. Now, does this remind y'all of something? Remember my Jeep? Okay, my Jeep had oil sitting at the top of it. If y'all ain't watched the Jeep Vandalize video, go check that out. They did the same thing to my Jeep. Brand new Jeep that I brought my girl, that she had for a month and a half before the whole engine on it got destroyed. Now, after I see that, I send the text messages, the pictures of that to my contact that worked at Enterprise. Okay, the same girl that texted me and said I owed her money for gas. She called me and said, you need to stop driving that truck immediately. I was like, I got full load. My truck is full of furniture. I said, you don't have another truck that I can come and get and swap out? She was like, no, we don't have another truck. She's like, if you keep driving that truck and something happens to that truck, you're going to be responsible for any damages that happen to that truck. I was like, how can you make me responsible when you gave me this truck? You told me that the truck was ready. Okay, here's the text message again from the 17th. You said the truck is ready for pickup. When you tell me the truck is ready, that means y'all have already looked over everything that need to be looked over, right? And the truck is ready for me to use since I'm giving y'all the money to use the truck, right? Wrong, okay? Now I want y'all to look at these pictures, okay? Check the date and the time. I see it's on the 20th that I see this, okay? And you can see all these other pictures of how much oil and gas was leaking out of that truck. I called the shop manager, the guy that was in charge of our trucks. I told him what was going on, and he was like, "Okay, y'all can see how bad it is." You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're working for this company, the name of this company is called UST. That's who the contractor is for Hanks. Okay? When you drop a load for them or can't get a load for that day, they charge you $900. Okay, they charge you $900, which I knew this. Okay, so I got on the phone with him and I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be charged for this, correct? Because it's not my fault. This is the people, because I was renting the truck from Enterprise through the company named UST. They're like a partnership. So when you come on from UST, if you don't own your own truck, you can go through Enterprise for them, with them, and then they got a little agreement. So I'm like, this is the company y'all work for. You know what I'm saying? That y'all partner with, and they gave me a bad truck. I shouldn't be the one to be charged with this. Now, remember I told y'all UST was also taking $1,700. The $5,000 they took from me and never gave back. $1,200 is sweet turn. We're gonna talk about that sometime in the future of how much money they were taking on my checks with no explanation. The reason why that needs its own video of its own, because I have to really show you that I have to show you the numbers of the claims that I got, because you know you get claims sometimes. Most of our claims came from us not checking the furniture before we left the warehouse. And once you put furniture on the truck, if it's got a little nick or something, then you are responsible for that, right? But they tell you how much the claim is going to be, this, that, and the third. We would never be behind on claims. You know, when you get a claim, they usually take money out the next week. So $1,700 worth, this, that, and the third. And I was also paying back some equipment that I brought from them, which was the pads that I needed for the company, for my business. It was a total of about $2,000. I got a lot of pads, straps, all the type of stuff that I became the owner of. Okay, and like I said, all that was paid off. So that's why I need a video of its own, because this video will be super long. But y'all already know I don't be live. All right, it was robbing you, boy. It was really trying to take me out, man. Couldn't even let me work hard and move on. So that night, this team comes to get the truck. Here's a picture. Now this is a team that was at the end of the dot that people was telling me I needed to talk to, like, so I wouldn't be like excommunicado or something. You know what I'm saying? I knew they were involved or with whatever um, organization it was that was tracking me, but I didn't want to talk to them like that. Like I was cool with them, we were social, but I'm not coming to beg you for the opportunity. So they sent these same guys out to pick up the rest of my furniture, and they finished the route for me. Okay, so they got paid for all that stuff that was on my truck. All right. So then they end up sending this company out, Topwood Express, which is the same company that they claimed was the ones who worked on the truck, which we're about to get in that in a second. The ones that actually worked on the truck that caused this fuel issue. They said they changed out a fuel pump or something, which the truck didn't have that many miles on it. I think it had like 60, 70,000 miles. And you know, on a box truck, that's pretty much a brand spanking new truck. There's no reason that you would need to change out a fuel pump or something like that early on a brand new truck. So they come out, they get the truck or whatever, and you know, they take the truck away. Okay. Now, then they tell me that after I called them and talked to them, I'm like, okay, so I can't run my route on Saturday. Okay, y'all see, I'm gonna show you this picture again. You can see that I showed them this on that Friday, which was the 20th. Okay, I mean, not a Friday, the 20th was the Saturday. Okay, so I showed them this on the Saturday, okay, the 20th, right? And then you can see here that they sent a truck out that Sunday, okay, to come get the truck. He take the truck away, all that type of stuff. Now they told me that another loaner truck will be ready on that Monday. Okay. Now mind you, I already had a conversation with the shop, the dude that's in charge of the trucks. He told me I wasn't going to be charged that $900 and stuff. Okay. Keep that in mind. I was already charged $300, $240 for bringing my old truck back on gas. Okay. Now they came pick this truck up on the 21st. Okay. Now Monday comes around for me to come get the new truck. Okay. Which is the 22nd. Now I'm going to do this video in two different parts, because if I put part two with the part one, this video will be about, I don't know, 40 minutes long or something. So I'm gonna do it in two parts. In the second part of this video, it's going to show how I didn't get a new truck on Monday when y'all saw the text message saying I was supposed to get a new truck. I didn't get a new truck. I actually didn't get a new truck. One wasn't available that whole week. Okay. Now, mind you, this is Christmas week. okay, that all this happened. The following week after all that was Christmas week. So I didn't get a truck that Monday, didn't get a truck that Tuesday. I think that Wednesday was Christmas Eve, that Thursday was Christmas. I think I ended up getting a truck that next Friday or Saturday. So I missed a whole week of work. It's going to show how they still took that $900 from me. Okay, so I missed a whole week of work. They took $900 from me. All that money and gas was gone that I spent on the truck, and how I was charged at $300 for the truck, plus a lot more. Okay, now all these strategically happened because the first was coming up. Okay, so they took the $900 from me, the gas, charged me $300 for the truck not coming back. Okay, uh, plus all the other money that I had spent, right? And then I didn't get a check pretty much the following week because I missed that whole week due to them giving me a bad truck and then not giving me a new truck when they told me that I could. Now, I did go in that Monday for a truck, but now they have the truck sitting in front of the shop ready for me to pick up at Enterprise. When me and my partner get there to pick up the truck, I get in the truck has a check engine light on, and they tell me I can't take that truck. So they have the truck sitting there waiting, but somehow they magically didn't see the check engine light. So they told me I wasn't allowed to take that truck. So that's why I didn't get a truck for the whole week. Okay. So they gave me a bad truck, right? Told me come in Monday to pick up a new truck. Okay. Truck is sitting there in front of the shop when I get there Monday. I started up, see that the check engine light is on. They then tell me, I'm sorry, you can't take the truck because the check engine light is on. Strategic, okay, not coincidental. And then they don't have another truck for me available until that Friday or Saturday. Now, remember, the first video I posted up here that's already on my page, the police came to my door on December 1st. I mean, on January 1st. Okay? The police came to my door on January 1st, threatening me, remember? Telling me to drop those charges that I took out on Eggleston, my church, and a couple other people when I was trying to sue them for defamation and all that other stuff. He came to my door on January 1st. Okay? So, a week before he comes and knocks on my door, I have no work because they didn't give me a truck. They gave me a bad truck and then took all my money, right? The week before that was the week they put the fence up, okay? So I couldn't fit my truck in the driveway. I fit my truck in the driveway anyway. And then they called me in the same day to get a bad truck. I spent all that money in gas, $300 gone, $900 gone, a whole week gone. Okay, they're pretty much telling me I better drop them charges because this is the reach that they have. But stick around for part two, man. It's y'all know we don't lie. I have no reason to lie. Christ is king.